Today I want us to learn about laws of indices. And we have several laws of indices that we have to follow when solving problems that involves laws of indices. And to begin with, I would like us to start with multiplication law. Multiplication law states that if you are given an indices, let's say a raised to 5, a raised to 5 multiplied by a raised to 5, you just take one of the base because the base are similar. Take one of the base and you add the powers. So it means you take a into or raised to 5 plus 5. You take one of the base, then you add the powers. So it is the same as a raised to 10. For example, given a number, let's say you have 4 raised to 2 multiplied by 4 raised to 3. You just take that because the bases are similar, just take one of the base. So this is the same as, equally the same as 4 into or raised to 2 plus 3. So it will be 4 raised to 5. That means you are going to say 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. 4 times 4, 16. 16 times 4. 16 multiplied by 4, that is 24. Carry 2, 64. 64 multiplied by 16 again. So this 24 is 4 carry 2. That 6 is 38. 4 times 1 is 4, 6 times 1 is 6, and then we are adding, so it's giving us 4, 12 is 2, carry 1, 10. So our answer here is 1024. That is according to multiplication law of indices. Now let's move to another law. Law number 2 is division law. Division law. It says that a raised to 5 divided by a raised to 2. Division law says that because the bases are the same, just take one of the base and then you subtract the power. So it means you say a raised to 5 minus 2. We subtract the powers because the bases are the same. So it is the same as a raised to 3. It is the same as a times a times a 3 times. But let's take another example. Suppose you are given a problem like this: 5 raised to 3 divided by 5 raised to 1. For instance, it will be the same as saying 5 raised to 3 minus 1. We say that we subtract the powers. So it is the same as 5 raised to 2. And we know that 5 raised to 2 is what? 25. It is the same as saying 5 times 5, giving us 25. That is according to division law of indices. That is according to division law of indices. We have another law, we call them zero indices. We have another law and we call it zero indices. Now, zero indices means that when you raise a number by 0, it's give what? 1. When you raise a number by 0, it results to what? To 1. For example, assuming you have indices like a raised to 3 divided by a raised to 3. Remember we said that when it is When it is division, we take the base, one of the base, and then we subtract the powers. So this one is the same as saying a raised to 3 minus 3. What you have is a raised to 0. What you get is a raised to 0, which is the same as 1. So any number raised to 0 is 1. Suppose you are given an integer like this, or indices like this to solve. Let's say 5 raised to 3 divided by 5 raised to 3. So this is equally the same as 5 raised to 3 minus 3. You subtract the power. So it is going to give us 5 raised to 0. And any number, even if it is a million, if you raise to 0, then it gives you 1. So this is the same as 1. This is the same as 1. Now we still have another law that is negative. We call it negative indices. We still have another law called negative indices. Another law we call negative indices. That is law, and the last law, we call it negative indices. For the negative indices class, suppose you are given an integer like this. Let's say a raised to 2 divided by a raised to 3. Remember, according to law of division, we are supposed to do to subtract the powers. Take the base, one of the base, and then subtract the powers. So this is equally the same as a raised to 2 minus 3. So the result will be a raised to negative 1. Now, when we raise a number like this by a negative 1, it is the same as saying 1 all over. To do away with that negative, you just say 1 all over a raised to 1. For you to change this negative to positive, just introduce 1 all over that number that you have. So this one will be the same as 1 all over a. For example, given, let's say, 6 raised to 2 divided by 6 raised to 3. The bases are the same, so take one of the base. Take one of the base, so it will be the same as 6 raised to 2 minus 3. So this one is the same as 6 raised to negative 1. Now, for us to do away with this negative here, introduce 1. Just say 1 all over 6 raised to 1. And we know that a number raised to 1 is equal to that number. So our answer will be 1 all over 6. And those are laws of indices. We have the multiplication law, the division law, the zero law, and then we have negative indices. If you can understand these laws, you'll have no challenge when it comes to solving problems that involves laws of indices. Now, for now, thank you for watching. In our next discussion, we'll be discussing more about laws of indices, and we'll go into details. This is just the introduction. We'll learn more in our next discussion. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.